Greetings, folks. Amri here. I hope you're well. I had an experience today that I want to tell you about. It's very different than what I expected to tell you in a video today, but I want to share it. The reason I want to share it is because we recently had a podcast episode on the Reconstructing Inclusion podcast with Dr. Sabrina Smith and Dr. David Livingstone Smith. David and Sabrina are racial abolitionists. In their belief, race is ascribed. We don't have to subscribe to it. Thus, Sabrina, who's Jamaican, says that she's not black. She looks as if she's of African descent, but she does not subscribe to the racialization and the notion of being black. Now, the reason that I wanted to tell you that is, of course, I want you to go to the podcast because it's really good. But I also wanted to tell you a story. I was coming from Germany back to Switzerland. I bought a watermelon in Germany because they look so yummy. And I put it in the back of the car and it rolled around. And so I had to stop the car, get out, and move the watermelon. And in doing so, people were going by and they saw me getting into the back of the car and pulling out the watermelon. And the first thing I thought about is the stereotype of black people in watermelon. Now, did that serve me? That was ascribed to black people, this notion of watermelons. Now, there's some history behind it. I'm not going to go into it right now. But the idea is that from that moment, and I often think now, because I've been living here for quite a while, I don't think about my blackness as much as I think about my Americanness. There's a lot to that. Read Reconstructing Inclusion. I talk about it a bit, and I'll probably talk about it more in the future. But the idea is, did that racial stereotype and me subscribing to it at that moment serve me? It made me think about my conversation with David and Sabrina, and my answer is absolutely no. So, if you've been racialized, if you have bought in, even subconsciously for a second, to any kind of stereotype coming from racialization, think about how it serves humanity. Both those who've been racialized and those who have been subject to the notions of racialization that are pervasive. David and Sabrina Smith say, wherever there is race, racism follows closely behind, and that it must be abolished. What do you think? I hope this was helpful. Again, podcast, Reconstructing Inclusion, Substack, Reconstructing Inclusion. They're both really good. Make it a great day. Peace.